Welcome to Aphrodite. Doing things a little bit differently because I didn't feel like doing my whole setup, and also I wanted to just kind of chat a little bit more directly. If you've been following the page for the last couple of weeks, you'll know that I'm doing this thing called the 1000 Dad Project. The whole idea of that is that I want to get 1,000 dads to take 5 minutes to sit down and think about fatherhood, right? And to give feedback on it in the form of a survey. Now, the survey that I put together is not an academic one. The questions are just kind of like things that came up off the top of my head. There's 20 questions, it'll take 5 minutes, but I've already got like hundreds of responses, and the insights that we're getting from those questions and those answers are very, very interesting. Something like 80% of dads who responded to the survey all said that they've always wanted to be dads. But I wanted to kind of give you a bit of the insight behind the survey, because for me, the real gold of the 1000 Dad Project isn't the data that we're going to be collecting from all these dads. I mean, that's useful. It's good that we're getting that data. But the real gold is getting dads to talk about fatherhood, which you'd think isn't hard to do, but dads just don't talk. That's just, they don't want to comment, they don't want to share, they don't want to engage with fatherhood. And I think a lot of that has to do with the way we're socialized as boys, and patriarchy and a whole bunch of stuff. But it's really problematic because I don't think that we can drive fatherhood forward. I don't think we can become better fathers. I don't think we can help our sons become better fathers when it's their turn to do it if we're not engaging with the problems that come with fatherhood, if we're not engaging with the issues of fatherhood properly. It's really up to us as fathers, this generation of fathers, to start talking about fatherhood, to start giving real thoughts about it, to be a bit honest about it, to do what moms have been doing for decades. If you go on Facebook and you search for mom groups, you will get hundreds of hits because moms, maybe instinctively, or maybe they're taught that they need help, that they need a community around them. Dads just don't. So for me, the first step in getting dads to talk about fatherhood is to make it super, super easy. I know, I don't like getting real and getting honest with people at the best of times. And I'm a talker. That's why I've made the survey as simple as possible. It's multiple choice questions. There's no essays to write unless you want to. There are options for that. It's going to take 5 minutes. You can do it on your phone. It's super easy. So if you're a dad watching this, please take the chance to fill out that survey. It'll be really useful for me, but it'll also be useful for you, because I think it's going to start a process of thinking about where you're at as a father. Maybe it's going to ask questions that you've never actually asked yourself, because I know that was my experience of the survey as well. If you're not a dad, most of my followers are moms and women. Yay for women. But if you are a mom, or if you are someone who knows dads, please make sure that they fill it out. Help me out, please. Fill out the survey yourself if you're a dad. If you aren't a dad, find a dad, get them to fill it out. If you work with dads, if you go to church with dads, if you go to mosque with dads, if you go to synagogue with dads, if there's dads at your hockey club or your sports club, or if there's dads in your block of flats, wherever you see a dad that you feel comfortable with saying, hey, fill out the survey. I've had a lot of people come to me and say, this is great, this is fantastic. We're finally getting dads talking about fatherhood. Who would have thought? The people we should be talking about fatherhood to, we're finally talking to them about fatherhood. Help me out. Listen, I hope you have a fantastic week. And I hope you enjoyed this a little bit more, I don't want to say intimate, because intimate feels close, relational Aphrodite video. Thanks for watching. Aphrodite out.